I'd clap you on the shoulder if I weren't behind a wall of bulletproof glass. I don't know how you did. According to Hiram's message, Minister Clark has ordered a suspicious amount of dimethyls. Typical elitist. Hoarding supplies during a time of scarcity. Once I have... So, good news. You're going to Byzantium. If I had time and several blackboards, I could explain the details to you, but the chemical is absolutely essential to reviving the Hope. If you don't bring me enough chemicals, I might not be able to save the Hope's colonists. Ah, yes, the details. I'm not about to ask you to rampage through Byzantium trading bullets with Carmen Imagawa. She's my contact in Byzantium. Meet her at the docks. She'll have all the I'm giving you my old nav key to Byzantium. You'll need it to Remember, you're looking for dimethyl sulfoxide. Big... You can trust her if that's what you're asking. Imagawa is the finest special agent in Byzantium that money can buy. Of course. What's on your mind?
Do you mind? I'm meeting someone. Shh. No names, okay? The Phoenix is a wanted man, and the board has eyes everywhere in Byzantium. Yeah, you're looking to make contact with Minister... Magpie, right? I should warn you, it won't be easy. He spends most of his time in his estate, which is heavily guarded. Afraid not. He almost never leaves his home, and his guards never leave him.
Can't say I blame him. It's scary out of doors. I mean, can you even count how many times we...
What work specialists, huh? Our mutual friend is real... Whoa, I'm not one of your B&E specialists. I just provide intelligence. Some of the guards hang around Billingsley's House of Inebriation between shifts.
House of Inebriation?
Maybe you could do some reconnaissance there. You know, swipe a key while nobody's... Just remember, you didn't hear it from me. I've always been fascinated by birds. If you ever research Earth species, there are thousands of them. So colorful and...
Here we got 11 flavors of terror rays and not much else. That kind of variety? I mean...
All of them trying to eat you, I'd wager.
The other thing about birds, though, is their environmental indicator. Exactly. I started thinking about everything we see around Halcyon, and all the things we don't. For starters, you rarely come across anyone living in Byzantium who wasn't born. Doesn't that seem strange to you? And then there's the way nothing gets fixed. There used to be a suggestion box around here. People would drop ideas. Sure, that part is. That's why they install shredders in those boxes after all. But one day the shredder broke. No one came to fix it. And since it wasn't working, we didn't have anywhere...
I bet your repair folks couldn't find parts. Back in Edgewater, I'd have to take something apart just to...
Might have been the paperwork. Here, you have to append forms to your forms, and law help you if there's a single doubt. At first, management put up an out-of-order sign, but that just seemed to worry people. Like they were advertising something wasn't working. They eventually took the whole suggestion box sign down so that people... But they never fixed it, never replaced it. Doesn't that seem odd?
If things are broken here, of all places, then I'm starting to think they're...
Things have kept on running this long, right? Or so I used to think. The whole episode made me wonder, if they can't fix something as simple as a suggestion box. After a while, I got connected with our mutual friend and started using my position here to feed him information when I could.
Why can't something exciting happen? Feeling a little off balance? You need a level head.
Hey, you. Yeah, you. Want to be famous? Kid, you got presence. Natural magnetism, know what I mean? Tell you what, you're gonna like it a whole lot more once we start to... Listen, you got an agent? Hey, don't worry about it. I'm gonna take good care of it. Listen, you got a real special quality, raw energy. I see you. I'm making a feature, Space Pirates of Moros Prime. It's gonna be a hit. But we still need a star.
Hey, if you want an action story, you ought to haul a couple of cameras to Monarch sometime. We'll give you some damn good footage.
Unscripted chaos. Come on, who'll pay to see that? Audiences want heroes and villains just like the one standing in front of me. So what do you say? You ready for the chance? Terrific. We're holding auditions at the studio. Head to Odeon Pictures and take the...
I've always loved that sculpture.
It's an orrery, and you say that...
Hey, stand back. You. I'm part of... Of course not. But I'm not on the job, right? The others took me out to celebrate on account of me. He's basically the most important person in the colony, which makes me... That means I got a key to the minister's estate, my own personal UDL. Yep, I've nearly made it to the top, my friend. Oh, he's, medium height with, like... Oh, you definitely recognize him if you saw him. He's very... That's a great idea! I'll have a Spectrum vodka.
Captain, I can smell him from clear over here. I reckon he's had a fair...
Sure have, 'cause today's my big day.
He's got powerful good ears, too.
And a power... You have a Spectrum vodka. Here's to me. Hey, you're really great. Wow, listen to me. I'm soaked. Who am I kidding? I could... It's not every day you get your dream job, right? Wow, you've got, like, this crazy energy. Has anyone ever told you that? You're like, oh, Lost, I gotta stop. I'm seeing at least...
Only two? You gotta...
Have you always been here? I didn't see you a minute ago. I really shouldn't. I'll have the worst hangover tomorrow if I don't stop. You sure sound like you know what you're talking about. Okay, here. Yeah. Was that one supposed to taste like? I don't feel so good. I think I'm gonna be sick. I just need to sit down.
We could have rebuilt Stellar Bay. The whole damn thing.
This property is off limits. Solicitors, loiterers, and uninvited visitors. This ultimatum brought to you by That's funny. The minister isn't expecting visitors, and you don't much look like one of those crew. Minister Clark's a private man, and you're asking too many questions.
I'm on my legally allotted break. Really, I'm supposed to be here. Oh, what are you doing here? Nothing. Nothing. Why? Does it look like I'm up to something? Laws, I knew it! You got me. I work in the lab at the Ministry of Accuracy and Morale. Some of my sprats went missing, but it's not my fault. Maybe I let them out more often than regulations allow, but they need to stretch their little legs. And so what if I occasionally forgot to latch their cage? Everyone gets a little distracted now and then. They escaped, and before I could coax them back, they'd made their way to the maintenance tunnels. Even if I did dare go down there, they're among all the Really? In that case, take this collection crate. 6 of my little ones are down there, but don't worry, you can easily tell them apart from common sewer. They have intelligent eyes, an agreeable yet reserved demeanor, and a fondness. Please, do take care, and do mime the exterminator mechanicals. If the worst should happen to my little darlings... Well, to maintain things, of course. Like big, humming machine things with gears. And pipes. Water pipes. Air pipes. All sorts of pipes. Everyone knows sewer sprats carry diseases. And the exterminator mechanicals have been known to fire on larger targets. Why they'd do that when they're only supposed to attack sprats, I've no idea. Some people say there are strange things in those tunnels. Assassins. Monsters hungry for human flesh. A hidden bureaucratic purgatory where Not that I place any stock in silly rumors. To deal with the sewer sprats, of course. They're quite the nuisance. Therefore my, research. Oh, very well. It's true. I do run studies on... See, I'm an enormous fan of all my colonists. The early seasons, before the plotlines got tacky. Well, I name all my sprats after my favorite characters. That way, their stories can live on in rodent form. So you see, it's imperative that I get them all back. Not just names, they all have backstories too. There's Lord Reginald Kim III, Lady Philippa Farnsworth, Vonda von Vermington, Haroon Greenlee, Iskander Emmanuel Sanchez. Ah, she's the chief executive of Farnsworth Incorporated, and a fearless captain of industry. They're in a rather tumultuous marriage contract. She's an ambitious shareholder in Farnsworth Incorporated who wants more than stock. Or does... It's difficult to tell what exactly she's after, but she is trying to seduce both Lord Reginald... So is everyone. Haroon is a mysterious young man with amnesia. His backstory's still a work in progress. Iskander is Lady Philippa's trusty assistant. He's trying to seduce Von... She's a member of Farnsworth Incorporated's regulatory board. A wise woman. Something else? I still am. After all, I'm a person of very little influence and only middling. But I must say, I'm far too distressed to think critically about your suspicion.
Great work!
There's nothing to see here. Move along. Yeah? Let's see it. Looks like your papers are in... All right?
You must think you're pretty tough. I bet I could take
How did you get in here? You're not one of my guards. What are you doing here?
Oh, my law. Captain! Captain!
If this is about another Aetherwave clip or drugs, of course. What else would it be? I don't have any drugs.
He's got no idea what we're asking him.
Will that be all, then? Oh dear, I don't think I can say this. Of course, of course. It's Rockwell again. Who else? And I thought he was only... Chairman Rockwell. He's kept me under house arrest for years. I've long suspected him of transacting business in my name. But this proved...
You've been all alone in this house? Would...
Please, this is important. Whatever it is that brought you here, Rockwell. Whatever Rockwell's doing, he'll be doing it from the HHC headquarters. Your best lead is to look...
This all feels off, Captain.
Believe me, things have been off around here for a very, very long time. A reckoning is...
This colony's problems have always seemed to trickle down from the top. If we're set on fixing how...
Exactly. And fix it we must. Why, this is starting to sound like an issue of dissident. Halcyon Holdings Corporation, the collective of companies that run the colony, allegedly in partnership with the Earth Directorate and... via the Acropolis District, of course. That's where the most important corporate and government facilities are. But only board employees are allowed into the district. There might be a route through the maintenance tunnels, but I'm afraid I don't know specifics. Most people avoid the area for obvious reasons. When you reach the HHC building, this access card should get you up to the executive suites, where the chairman's office... Oh, I haven't been allowed up there in years. I shudder to think what Rockwell's done with the place. A gilded minibar, perhaps? A personal theater. The man has too much money. The board's lackeys are none too bright. I simply claimed I'd lost it and hid it somewhere no one would think to look. I merely hid it in a book. No one reads anything longer than a... There are a few advantages to dealing with imbeciles. Wait. Rockwell has one of the only terminals capable of transmitting... Please, take this and transmit it from his office. Rockwell hasn't given me any messages from Earth for years. He's desperate to... But they need to know what's happening here. What isn't on it is the real question. I've gathered meeting minutes, internal messages, sustainability Once the rest of the Earth Directorate sees it, they'll have to...
But they wouldn't get here for... I don't even know. Shouldn't we do something?
It's worth a try, but the Earth Directorate still needs that message. Depending on the nature of their response, months at least. Organizing and sending personnel all the way. Perhaps there is hope after all. And now I entrust it to you. Good luck, and trust no one.
Oh, there. That's one right there. Can't you just see the stench of impropriety radiating off? How splendid. Another rung leech wandering through the streets. Why, just this morning I thought to myself, as lovely as the garden, and here you are. Forgive me if my manners don't live up to the standards of an interloper who Honestly, what is the board thinking letting so many of your ilk into the city? What's wrong? It erodes the very pillars of our society. Merit, decorum. This city is meant for us, the system's finest. But now we are overrun with the unworthy and the ungrateful, and this... Oh, do spare me your petty judgment. It's beneath me. Millions and millions. By simply winning a lottery, those early retirees get an exclusive district. Tell me, how is that fit? Only if I win it. It's not right. I deserve to see any district I please. You know, you look like you've been shot at before. What say I hire you?
Beats standing around and talking to aristocrats.
Yes. Listen to your... What is that person's job exactly? Are they your secretary? Personal masseuse? Well, it doesn't matter. What's important is that you think this is a fabulous arrangement. Fantastic. Consider yourself employed. I hear the chosen retirees all enter the retirement district via the port landing pad, but it's completely locked down. Unless, of course, you had a wealthy, beautiful benefactor of impeccable social These codes will get you past the lockdown. Oh, and don't worry about subtlety. I don't care how you deal with security, just correct. The same way anyone gets anything here, of course. Bits might earn you a place in Byzantium, but that means everyone here has little need for more of them. For favors like this, you need to spend... let's call it social. Now, do we have any further business, or are you just here for the report? I earned my place here, just like everyone else. My grandfather was the Chief Idea Officer. He came up with all the best ideas for their products. You know the font they use for Stogie Slims? Well, he described the idea of it to their font development team, then picked it from a list of choices, but it was a very long... Let's see. He picked the colors they included in rainbow chips. No one else wanted purple, but he insisted. And you know how the Cosmic Smokes logo has an eye in the middle of a heptagon? He said that one came to him in a dream. He was a true visionary, so far ahead of... I just told you, my grandfather made millions of bits. Of course it is. Wealth is the most visible, objective measure of success. And success isn't given to... If you have wealth, you're successful. And if you're successful, you must have earned it. Honestly, it's a simple... You're welcome.
The Acropolis district is off limits. What in the law's name are you on about? Sure. Let me just take that off your hands. Did I say restricted area? Slip of the tongue. I'm not sure I have ever, in my entire life, felt more out of place than I do at this moment.
Halcyon Holdings Corporation Board. Today's greeting is brought to you by Auntie Cleo, a subsidiary of Colway Pharmaceuticals.
State your business. Please step away. This entry is for high... Huh. I didn't realize we were still using those irrid... I'll just need you to register your weapons with a revised request to carry 32... Now, let's see... Damn it. When did I run out of forms? I was going to suggest that myself. Look, you don't have time to wait on new forms, and I can't afford the citations for impeding HAC business. So I'm going to save us both some trouble. Just know there are a bunch of guards upstairs, and they're all high on dervish mist and low on patience. So try anything funny, and they'll pick...
Apologies for the wait. I was arranging my station. Personal assistant to Adjutant Akande and Chairman Rockwell. I'm also responsible for Ah. Oh, you were being serious. I'm obliged to inform you that Chairman Rockwell... Will there be any... Excuse me, just a moment.
One person gets all this space.
Good afternoon. I'm Chairman Rockwell, and I'm here to address a serious issue facing us. As you all know, our colony has been successful beyond our wildest dreams. Unfortunately, we've recently discovered that our food supply will not be able to sustain Halcyon's population in the long term. Everyone will die. Everyone will slowly stop living from malnutrition. But we're doing it together, and that's what matters. I fucking swear, if someone doesn't give me something to read that will placate the masses soon, all of you will find yourselves violently unemployed. But I can assure you there's nothing to fear. We've got a solution. It's called the Lifetime Employment Program. We will freeze most of the colony to preserve resources, while the best and brightest of Byzantium continue living in prosperity. Look, you idiots! How many times do I have to tell you we can't say shit like that? Fire whoever wrote this! While Halcyon's brightest minds solve the problem of our nutritional shortage, the rest of the colony will be placed in suspended animation. Individuals will be revived on a rotating basis, so that every Halcyonite can be part of the important work of saving our colony. By testing paperweights. Sorry, couldn't resist. Let's go again. And someday, in the not-too-distant future when we've solved this crisis, we'll all be back together again working for the good of Halcyon. Until then, the board shall provide for the deserving just as it always has. So, obey your supervisors, take your vitamins, follow your corporate-mandated grooming rituals, and rest assured with the board on your side, there is nothing to worry about.
Guess the whole colony's up a creek. I thought it was just Monarch.
I beg your pardon, Minister Clark's former office is current... What? Oh dear. Thank you for reminding me. I can't stand the thought of...